The Halo community has definitely had an interesting last couple of days, mainly focusing on just how much news has recently been dropped by 343. Just a few days ago, 343 released their newest development stream, where we got to see just about everything that is currently being planned in the development cycle for Halo Infinite. And how good was all this news? Well, let's talk about it. For the most part, the news has been a huge win for the community. I mean, especially when you look at how good the Mark IV armor core is, and we're also getting a new free 20-tier battle pass, as well as plenty of good insight on what we could be expecting in the future, like Forge-made firefight maps and big team battle maps circulating into main playlists, and even getting a glimpse at some of the new pallets arriving for Forge mode. All of this is just great news for sure, but one of the biggest topics being thrown around in cyberspace right now has definitely been about the uncertainty on Halo Infinite's lifespan, with many being quick to claim that the game is simply being put to the side and that more than likely development is going to be coming to an end soon. In fact, I've even seen some people say that Halo Infinite's last year is 2024, which I think is a little too extreme. The reason why all these talks have been at an all-time high lately has been mainly focused on some of the points that got made during the last dev stream, especially when they confirmed that there actually isn't going to be a Season 6, or any more seasons period, and that the Battle Pass system was actually being completely sunsetted, with instead a new free 20-tier Battle Pass system would now be put in its place, where you can then grind for all the rewards for free, with a small side option to cash in $5 to get the pass permanently and even get a bonus item tagged in with it. This system is called Operations, which we've already gotten a taste of with the recent events that have already arrived to the game. We also even got talks of them being a Spartan point system possibly being put in place in the future, allowing us to possibly buy older armor sets with Spartan points, which I think is just super cool. 343 has also noted that they were already taking some steps in place to start focusing on their next quote-unquote big project, aka some sort of new Halo game is definitely being worked on. With news like this hitting the public, the chat over there went 180 really quick, immediately calling the game cancelled and that the show was pretty much officially over. Heck, I've even seen major news outlets have been talking about this, with them making whole articles on the situation, focusing on the end of battle passes, and that they were instead focusing on their next big game instead. Honestly, I think a lot of the scale that people are taking with this is just vastly out of proportion, at least in terms of Infinite going anywhere. The reason why I say that is that 343 has been swapping up how things work for a good while now. Not only did we just suddenly start getting huge levels of awesome content lately, such as AI in Forge mode and Firefight, which were practically back to back, but we've even been seeing a huge shift in just how our content gets delivered to us. I mean, 343 knows we want content. They know the live service model that they walked into is a giant beast that demands to constantly be fed. Because of that, we are just seeing content arrive a lot faster now. No longer are we having to have this giant long waiting period as we wait for new content to get dropped. Instead, as soon as they get something ready, they're just going to drop it immediately. Or at least that's what it seems so far. All of this doesn't really point to particularly being a slow dying end, but that the team is instead just focusing on getting stuff out of the door faster, and there really isn't going to be any more of those huge buildups anymore, or at least so far that we know of. Still keep my fingers crossed for Flood, by the way. And if I'm being honest, if a new Halo game is in development right now, of course things are going to start slowing down. I mean, we can't really expect Halo Infinite to constantly get updates, especially on huge calibers, when they're already working on another game that should be better than the last one. They also did claim that they are hiring, and that we are still getting plenty of new events along the way, like Cyber Showdown, and of course the Yappening returning. And we're supposed to even get more later down the road. I think 343 is honestly just playing it safe in terms of not over-promising anything here, especially on anything that could end with people beaming at them demanding a release date on, which is exactly why we don't even have roadmaps anymore. Also, just keep in mind here, they're already going through the expansive process of redoing the entire networking system all over again. Finally getting rid of desync and hopefully the last of server lag, and I've even confirmed implementing easy anti-cheat into the game at a later date, which is just super thankful because I don't play ranked for a reason. All of which I can only imagine how vastly time-consuming all of this must be. It's just a ton of work going on behind the scenes, with 343 just keeping things smart and quiet until bigger things are actually being ready to confirm. Regardless, I think the best mindset to have right now is just to be aware of what things are going on. With the team now looking at bigger and better things, I doubt we're going to be getting any new groundbreaking updates, at least anytime soon. But I still think the credit should totally be given for all the hard work that's still being set to release for the game. I mean, that networking is no joke, especially when we all know there's a new game coming. Now, how far down the road that game may be, I don't know. Hopefully not too far though. Anyways everyone, I don't want to feel like I'm rambling here. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the whole doomsday talk that's been circling lately. I mean, it seems like Twitter has been flooded with this, and I hope at least I left some of you feeling a little bit better. Either way, Spartans, make sure to hit me with your responses down below. Are you hyped for the next Halo game? Do you completely disagree with everything I said here today? And do you guys like the new season system? Drop them all down below, and if you haven't yet, make sure to become a Spartan today by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out our Discord server for Forge Nights and our custom game nights. Regardless everyone, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you in the battlefield. Spartan out.